I don't know if you guys know, but there's this thing called the Century Challenge in Vancouver where you try to do 100 poems, 100 different poems on Vancouver stages. So I just got here, I did 2 poems last week, and I thought I'd try and make a real good dent in that 100 poem challenge. So the plan here tonight is, though I enjoy your applause, your admiration, and your respect, I would like for us to just skip the applause because it just eats up my time. I only have 25 minutes. I'm wasting them right now. So the plan is I'm going to try to do for you 13 poems in 25 minutes.
22 minutes.
They're also, yeah, it's ticking. So no clapping. What we're going to do is I'm going to do the poem. When the poem is over, I will give you the C.R. Avery into the mic. Then you will know the poem is done. And then I will say, number! And we will move on to the next one. So we're going to count down from 13, okay? So we're going to start with 13. I'm going to go say number, and then y'all are going to yell 13, and we're going to get started, okay?
Yeah. Let's do this.
13.
I didn't, did I not explain it?
No, you explained it. You were right on.
Okay, so it's going to go. I'm going to say number, and then y'all are going to yell 13.
Okay,
let's try it again.
Put it in.
Number
13.
Standing in a line waiting for a roller coaster. Standing in a line waiting for a roller coaster. 1 hour wait. 1 hour wait. Stomach in my throat, think I'm going to puke. Stomach in my throat, think I'm going to puke. Bar across my chest, the definition of danger. A bar across my chest, the definition of danger. Tick, 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 tick. How the fuck did you talk me into this? When did this seem like a good idea? Now I'm standing in another line. Twice as long as the one before. It's the line for your funnel cake, baby. Longest line of all is the one to throw up. Number 12. These tattoos are the hieroglyphics of an Aztec temple I've been building for 29 years. Layers of skin meat, layers of ink meat, layers of stories of catch and release. Nightmares of tongue loss haunt me, so I shout to rejoice and scream in celebration that this tiny tongue hasn't been swallowed, hasn't dunked its head in the sand. One foot on the grave, the other on stage, waiting for someone to attach the power cables and give me a boost. This is poetry for people who can't ride roller coasters. The unmasochistic souls who can't stand the torture of being whipped and dipped, spun and twirled, chewed up and spat out with a complete disregard for gravity. This is the 3-minute roller emotion story coaster. Gravity isn't an issue. The weight of the situation will vary with sweet release satisfaction. If you ever feel lost or not found, with question or without direction, just wait to get shook. Number 11. As I stand in the middle of the North Pole, the tip of my nose falls off and I miss a breath. Fixated by frigidness, I try to find warmth within a polar bear's hug, only to find that his hairs have turned into icicles that now impale me a million times like a bed of nails. No wonder I can't sleep. Frost is just morning dew showing off. We put fast food magnets on our fridges to avoid family dinners. We build snowmen in our image while we eat fudgicles, watching them melt, bringing a whole new meaning to the phrase, eat shit and die. We make snow angels, hoping to God St. Peter is watching this, recording it in his book. Only 666 more before you get a free pass to heaven. I'm too cool to get cold. So next time I get a shiver, I'm gonna turn into a shake and dance my way back to room temperature. Number 10. The bass line creeps up my spine as cymbals shiver to make my bones brittle. The bass line creeps up my spine as cymbals shiver to make my bones brittle. The beat breaks and I turn into a dance. Boombastic movements move me around the room. Let's try this again. Bassline creeps up my spine as cymbals shiver to make my bones brittle. The beat breaks and I loop myself to spastic, boombastic movements that mislead me around the room. Licks shred like layered distortion, a glimpse of community bred through alternative thought. Fashion is fiction and sex is a curable addiction. So take what's hard out of your core and find your center. That costume will cost you more than you bargained for. This is the piss test I don't have the balls to pass. I tried to give blood, but they rejected me for being too drunk on life. I guess it really is the thought that counts. Number 9. The devil lives at Walmart and he eats McDonald's for lunch. When heaven's not a place and time, but simply just a state of mind, tell me how shit can be so cheap without it being a massive crime. Where ethics and morals don't apply for those greedy men in their transient lie. And for the third world, we refuse to cry while they work to starve and die. Hell no longer stays underneath. It is risen, it is surfaced, it is here, it is now. Their pain is caused by a little red man whose ignorance is grown beyond belief. But alas, food is so cheap, it's good. Third world sits and waits for its Robin Hood. Continual fire burning, throw on more wood. You know you shouldn't, but still you could. The devil lives at Walmart and he eats McDonald's for lunch. Number 8. Drive it off a fucking cliff. Swerve it into oncoming traffic. Hope for a Mack truck. Floor it to 160 till the engine screams escalation, aneurysm, embolism. Careen through the pitch black north, through the heaviest fog, through the night danger. Cross fingers to cross hairs with a moose crossing. Roll through the Rockies. Try to out bear hug Winnie the Pooh. Hope he cut his claws like you did last night. Park it in the garage. Leave the engine running. Take a nap. Find the last answer to the final question. Because I'm tired of sleeping in it. Because gas prices aren't going down. Because if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Reasons I had to get rid of my car. Number 7. I'm idly idling behind you. We are endlessly waiting at a red light. Rear view mirrors start to dance and dart, pumping my brakes, a Morse code message telling you to join me. That's right. Get out of your car and join me. Come join me. Turn my car into our car. Let's share the driving responsibility. Executing Chinese fire drills every time we stop. Swapping positions like we did between the sheets that night. We drove 3 hours north past Penetanguishene. Turned my windshield into an insect cemetery. Downed a couple rusty nails. Went to bed early. Took some acid in the morning and learned more about the clouds than any gym teacher pretending to be a science teacher could ever teach you out of a textbook or on an overhead or by shoving in a dusty VHS. Time is important, and I'm glad you've chosen to spend it with me. I want to set up all our mistakes on a blind date so they can boldly go where we don't have to and explode en route to the sun. You make me rent scooters because apparently you look hot in a helmet, face shielding my eyes from your lies and our bug splatter separation. Now I'm left feeling like Swiss cheese, jealous of whole milk. And for now, this fridge is empty. And all I have left is 2 handfuls of rice that will not dance in the wind to wedding bells. They simply slip through my fingers like wasted romance. Number 6. Arthritic grip got me fused to you. Stick shift won't lift. We are like bumper to bumper traffic. Endless honking and aggressive obscenities. You just keep braking, heating, convinced I'm a heathen, slithering demon needing to hitch a ride. But I got a piece of plastic with my face on it. And we got a place to go before they expire it. But you've been cutting my brakes hoping I crash. You've been setting up spike strips, tires slashed. This isn't the smell of burning rubber I'm used to. I just keep spinning my tires, going nowhere, hoping for you to check your reflection in my mirrored rims. You keep saying, gotta gas up to get where you're going, but we both know putting gas into a dead car is like a corpse drinking coffee. If you're gonna move forward, you gotta let go, so let me know. Number 5. Okay. They say punk rock is dead, but I'm pretty sure it's alive here at the Slam. Yo, real talk still. This is the real talk. Still and forever forward. Because my day-to-day conversations are like brick walls. Unresponsive, little to no responsive. So much so that I want to bang my head against the brick wall until this fruit falls from my nose. See, I am here so you can hear that I am here. A little too caught up in the moment. Number 4. I don't know how to be the little spoon. I don't wiggle my butt enough. Maybe I'm too large for this life. Too much 6 foot too tall for this life. I wish it was a little bit smaller. Gotta size down to open up. Put my vulnerability cloak on. Allow myself to be the clutched. This is a trust exercise, right? Except we've already fallen. Please just squeeze the hope out of me. I am willing to learn how to be the little spoon. Don't have to worry about planning this funeral for this dead arm under you. Don't have to worry about what to do with this other arm. Rub the genie in your Buddha belly. Hope for 3 wishes, but I only need 1. Slip it in the crevice between us. The longest and sweatiest pat on the back you ever received. Put you in a sloppy sleeper hold. For slumber is the goal here, my dear. I don't need to smother you like gravy. I don't need to worry whether I'll wake up next to you. I don't need to your hair out of my mouth anymore. Because I love being the little spoon. Number 3. The revolution called. She's gonna be a while. Start banking on depression because recession is here. Sell your assets. Build a cabin on an island. Start a garden. Grow herbs and veggies before gas runs out. You can't make it back to the mainland. Either that or start training for long distance swims. Are you brave enough to walk on ice? Thunder and lightning are scarier than any movie I've ever seen in my life. I wonder when they'll start trading clouds and stars on the stock market. Would it be considered bragging if I told you I was still alive? Saturated oblivion calls to me in the form of a mini mall. I hope it has a liquor store. LCBO made $1.4 billion last year. That's an old stat. It's probably way more than that. That wasn't meant to rhyme. It was off the cuff. Throw a house show the day before you move out. Busk in the streets until somebody pays you to shut up. And don't bother waiting for the revolution. She's playing hard to get. Number 2. Oh yeah, okay. I can't wait to get old, so I can walk with a cane and no one thinks I'm a pimp. Whatever happened to recess? I could use 15 minutes to split a Kit Kat with 3 of my friends. Mirrors were created for vanity, merely a checkpoint to see if you still exist. Whatever happened to recess? I could use 15 minutes to push bullies in the mud. An old dude with ear hair comes up to me and tells me I have a glowing 2-foot aura. But honestly, I just need to reapply my deodorant. Whatever happened to recess? I could use 15 minutes to forget everything I just learned. Number 1. I hug like a Speedo. I hug like it's going out of style. I hug like you're honey and I'm a black bear. Rawr. I hug like touchdowns. I hug like game-winning goals. I hug like it's the bottom of the ninth. I hug like it's the bottom of a glass. I hug like the bottle's empty. I hug like I lost a game of spin the bottle. I hug like I'm squeezing lemons. I hug like a party. I hug like a pillow. I hug like a wrestling match. I hug like mommy saved me. I hug like I don't want to lose you. I hug like you don't want to lose me. I hug like it hurts. I hug like forever. I hug like never again. I hug like a handshake. I hug like an earthquake. I hug like an iceberg. I hug like a sinking ship. I hug like I can't quit. I hug like an intervention. I hug like words won't help. I hug like a boot in the mud. I hug like a hand grenade. I hug like I'm turning lemons into lemonade. I hug, waiting for heartbeats to synchronize. I hug like it's cold outside. I hug like it's getting hot in here. I hug like I'm forcing out fear. I hug like the atmosphere. I hug like polar bears and grizzly bears make pizzly bears. I hug like the whites and blacks of a piano. I hug like sustenance. I hug like oxygen. I hug like you need this. I hug like a coffin. I hug like a funeral. I hug like I'm setting up the kiss of death. I hug like I'm setting up a knife in the back. I hug like everything's gonna be alright. We gonna be alright. I hug hoping that you realize that I love to love and hate to hate. I hug like there's no time left. I hug like I need this. Now you can clap for me.